Welcome back to my Keto Kitchen. Today we're still on the fall series with pumpkin. I absolutely love pumpkin, and this is going to be the pumpkin pie that I make for Thanksgiving. I've always made a crustless pumpkin pie, and I did that and I had a crumble topping, but I found out how to make a crust that I like, that is clean keto, no nuts, and it's delicious. It's just made with eggs. So we're going to start off by making the crust. In this bowl I have 2 egg whites. And to that I'm going to add a tablespoon of egg white powder, 1/4 teaspoon of gelatin, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Since this is for a sweet pie, you could add a little bit of sweetener if you wanted, either some better stevia or any granular. However, I don't really like sweet things, so I'm not adding sweetener. I'm just going to do it as is because the pie will be sweet enough. So I'm going to beat this until it forms a stiff peak. There, that's good. And to that, I'm going to add the 2 egg yolks. And we're going to beat the egg yolks in. You don't want to overbeat after you add the egg yolks. So now we're going to put this in our pie plate. You're going to grease the pie plate well so you can get the pie out when it's done. I'm using olive oil spray because that's what I have. You can use avocado oil, any fat, but make sure it's well greased so that you can get the pie out. And you don't have to worry, since this is, it's not like the egg white that you can't have fat into it. This has egg yolks in it as well, gives it a better structure. So then we just pour this into the pie plate. And you're going to spread it on the bottom and up the sides. Get it as high up as you can. It doesn't have to be thick. And it doesn't have to be perfect. So, here we have it. It's not real thick. And what we're going to do is bake this for 5 minutes until it gets set, because right now you won't be able to put in the pie filling. I licked my finger. You won't be able to put in the pie filling the way it is. So 5 minutes to set it up. And while that's cooking, we're going to start making the filling. And for that, I need my blender. So for the filling, we have 15 ounces of pureed pumpkin. I am using canned pumpkin. I used to make my own pumpkin, cut it up, boil it. I would make a pumpkin pie for my dad once a year because he loved pumpkin pie. I didn't like pumpkin pie, but he did. So once a year, I cut up a pumpkin. I would cook it the day ahead of time and then put it in the refrigerator because you want to remove the water that comes out of it. So make sure that you do that. And then, again, this is dairy-free. We're dairy-free. I'm using 1/2 cup of coconut cream. If you're not dairy-free, you can use heavy cream. And then you're going to add 2 egg yolks and 1 whole egg. And you also have, and here I have 50 grams of xylitol, 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice, and 1 teaspoon of gelatin. I make my own pumpkin pie spice. It tastes so much better than store-bought. I will link to my recipe for that. I got the wrong stuff. I got maple butter stevia. I wanted maple flavor. This is the vanilla extract I made myself. It was with vodka. Was sitting with the vanilla beans for over a year. And this is my first time using it. I got these little bottles at Target. They were 2 for $3, and I think it's pretty cool. So my own vanilla extract. Okay, so a half a teaspoon of maple extract. So I'm going to blend that all up and wait for my pie crust to be ready. Sometimes with my Vitamix, you have to stir things up. Now continue blending. So this is the pie crust, and as you can see, it has formed like a little crust. So I'll be able to put in the filling. So this is going to go in the oven for anywhere between 15 and 20 minutes. And then I will take it out and I will let it cool. And I want it to cool completely before I taste it and cut it to make sure that it's set. So I'll probably be back in a couple of hours to show you the finished pie and to taste it. So again, this is 325 Fahrenheit oven for 15 to 20 minutes. And we'll be back. Well, it's time to taste the pie. As you can see, I've tasted the pie already and I just forgot to film it. But it's really good after it's been in the refrigerator for several hours. It really comes together. And I like the crust in that I don't like anything too sweet, but it gives it a little extra. As I say, I've made this crustless in the past because I don't like any of the keto crust. This crust I do like. So now, without further ado, I will taste it. Oh, that is so good. Oh, just the right of pumpkin spice mix and the pumpkin, the crust, everything is absolutely delicious. I just can't say anymore because, you know, I'm going to finish this whole piece of pie. Enjoy.